Hello everyone, I am Seema. Today I am going to discuss about the female pelvis. So here I am going to describe about the general discussion about the female pelvis. So the first we should know why we are studying about the female pelvis, because there are some significant importance during childbirth and for the protection of pelvic organ. So female pelvis, it is a different in shape from male because it have more space. You can see in this it contain more space because it is less funnel shape, and male pelvis is more funnel shape. It means it is a barrel like shape because it have significant importance during the childbirth. Then generally in the female, gynecoid type of pelvis is present. So there are different function of female pelvis. The first or all pelvis, the pelvis is important for weight bearing. It transmits the weight from the upper abdomen to the lower area. It is also important for the locomotion, and it is also essential for the protection of pelvis as well as the abdominal organ. So here I am going to show about the how many parts are there in the female pelvis. So first thing is the pelvis is made of two innominated bone. Innominated means curve. So this is one curve and this is another curve. So it is made of two innominated bone, and in each innominated bone there are further three bones are present: ilium, ischium and pubis. Okay, so two innominated bone, one on each side, one in right and one in left, and another one is the sacrum. You can see in this part is known as sacrum, and the below it is known as coccyx. So in each innominated bone have three parts. It is the first part. This is, you can see, this is the flood structure, and it is known as ilium. This part is known as ilium. You can see from back side also, this whole part is known as ilium. Then just below or at the lower area, this is known as ischium part. You always remember, ischium is present in lower area, not in upper area, because the continuation of ilium bone is connected with pubis area. So ischium is always present in the lower area. It is most important because most of the students are saying that this is the ischium part, but it is not true. Ischium is always present in the lower area. Then the next part, it is the continuation of the upper border of the ilium. This is known as pubic bone. This is known as pubis bone. So the first bone is ilium. It is a flood-like structure. You can see. Then second one is the ischium. It is always present in the lower areas. Okay, lower area. It means it is the combination of both ilium as well as the pubis. It is both bones make the ischium part in the lower area. Then the next part is the pubis bone. You can see this is the smallest area. It is the present in anterior, and this portion is present in posterior area. So whenever we are standing position, so this is it will look like this. So this is all present in back area, and this will present in the anterior area. Stop. So here now I am proceeding on the description about each of the innominated part, that is ilium, ischium and pubis. The first I am going to start the ilium. So this portion is known as ilium, and it is flood-like structure. Flood-like structure. It is the upper border, and it is known as iliac crest. Whenever our hand is placed on our waist, in that time our hand is always rest in that area. It is iliac crest, and it is flood structure. In the anterior area, this is the one cavity present. You can see this is one cavity present. It is known as iliac fossa. In front of the iliac crest, or in continuation of this crest, one projection is there. You can see in this is the one projection. In both sides, this is the projection, and it is known as anterior superior iliac spine. Anteriorly, this part is present in anterior area. That's why anteriorly, superiorly, and iliac spine. Just continuation, and in the below, that is another projection, and it is known as anterior inferior iliac spine. So this is anterior superior iliac spine, and just below anterior inferior iliac spine. just opposite both of this part, then another two projection is also there. This one, you can see this one, this and this. So this is known as posterior superior iliac spine, and just below it is posterior. So this is the description about the ilia. Then next I am proceeding about the ischium. I already said that it is present in lower area, that is ischium. In the ischium, this part, this both part is known as ischial tuberosity, and this ischial tuberosity is important for the sitting position. When we are in sitting position, so these both part will help for the sitting, for maintain the posture. And this is the this is another inward projection. You can see just inward area, this one. This is known as ischial spine. This is inward projection of the part of ischium. So it is known as ischial spine. You can see in the both side this one. So in this view you can see the length of ischial spine, this one. And this is basically important during childbirth, because whenever the PV examination is conducted, in that time the length of the diameter of this ischial spine should be checked for normal delivery. Then the another part, this is the ilium, ischium, and the next part is pubis part, and it is present in anterior area. It have here the two bone conjoined together with the help of this cartilage like structure, and it is known as symphysis pubis. In the pubis area, this is upper part, it is known as upper border of pubic bone, and in the lower area this is lower or inferior ramus of pubis bone. So in upper area it is known as superior ramus, and in below it is known as inferior ramus, and both inferior ramus conjoin together and make us pubic arch, make a pubic arch. With the help of both inferior ramus, it is make a pubic arch. You can see this is the arch like structure. Okay, so this is the description about the all three bone. Here one another opening is there. This is the opening. It is known as abductor foramina. And another projection, another part is this. This is the acetabulum. It is present in midpoint of the ischium and the ilium, and mainly this acetabulum is formed by all three bone conjoined together and make this part acetabulum, and this is important, and this acetabulum is useful to receive the head of the femur. So this acetabulum is not come under the one part. This part is made from the combination of all three parts. So the next part is the sacrum. This is the sacrum, and it is present in posterior area. Okay, so this is the anterior, and just opposite it is posterior part, and it is posterior part, the two part is present, that is sacrum and the coccyx. You can see this is the sacrum and this one is the coccyx. Sacrum is the in which there are total 5 bones fused together. You can see from the front, this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bones fused together and it make this part. Okay. Then in the front area, forward projection is there. Forward projection, and this is known as sacral promontory. Sacral promontory. In the lateral area of this sacrum part, the one flat and small wings like structure, it is known as sacral wings. Okay, so this is sacral promontory, projection is there, and lateral aspect, in the lateral aspect to wings like structure, and it is both are known as sacral ala or sacral wings. In just below, that is the part, it is known as coccyx, and in this total 4 bone fused together, and it is also known as tailbone. During the childbirth, this tailbone goes backward and give more space for the labor, for the head delivery of the head of the fetus. Okay, So this is the description about the all part of the pelvis bone. Then now I am proceeding about the joints. So there are total 3 joints. The first, that is the sacroiliac joint. Sacroiliac means the joint which is present between the sacrum and ilium. So this joint is known as sacroiliac joint. Joint between the sacrum and the ilium in both sides. Okay? One in right and one in left. Second joint is the symphysis pubis joint. The joint between both pubic bone. This is the symphysis pubis joint. Then the next joint is the joint between the sacrum and the coccyx. Sacrococcygeal joint. Here, this point is known as sacrococcygeal joint. So total 4 joints are there. 2 sacroiliac joint, 1 symphysis pubis joint, and 1 is the sacrococcygeal joint. The next part I am going to describe about the landmarks. Landmarks, it is the important some points which is useful for the further description about the labor and mechanism of labor. So this landmark is present in the inlet area. Okay, inlet, that is inlet, the part of the inlet surrounded by this sacral promontory till this upper border of symphysis pubis, means all this area is come under the inlet. Okay, so here the first landmark is this one. This is the sacral promontory. Second landmark is just lateral area. This is the sacral wings. Third landmark is the sacroiliac joint. This one, sacroiliac joint. The fourth landmark is the intercontinuation of this sacroiliac joint. One line is there. You can see this line. That is iliopectineal line. Iliopectineal line. It means the continuation portion of this one. Iliopectineal line. In continuation of this iliopectineal line, this is the roughened structure in both sides. It is the roughened structure. And this roughened structure is known as iliopectineal eminence. Iliopectineal eminence. In continuation of this iliopectineal eminence, the part is come under the pubic area, and this part is known as superior ramus of pubic bone. Superior ramus of pubic bone. This one, superior ramus of pubic bone. Then again continuation of the upper inner border of. This part is pubic area. So upper means upper area, above, inner, inside. This is here, inner border of pubic bone, and just next part is the upper inner border of symphysis pubis. Upper inner border of pubis bone and the upper inner border of symphysis pubis. So here there total 8 landmarks are there. So now I am concluding my topic, that is the pelvis. Pelvis is the most important part in human being and basically the most significant significant importance in female, because for the childbearing or for the childbirth. Then we have studied about the all parts. There are 2 innominated bone, and in each innominated bone there are 3 bone are present: ilium, ischium and pubis. Then another part is sacrum and coccyx. Sacrum and coccyx. Then next we have studied about the joints. There are total 4 joints: 2 sacroiliac joint between the sacrum and ilium, then 1 symphysis pubis joint, and the third one is the sacrococcygeal joint, the joint between the sacrum and coccyx. Next we have studied about the landmarks of female pelvis. There are total 8 landmarks or a specific point of female pelvis which is basically important for mechanism of labor. So it is the first part, that is the sacral promontory, one projection in forward area in the sacrum part. This is the sacral promontory. The lateral area in the continuation of this, it is known as sacral wings. After that sacroiliac joint, then iliopectineal line. Then next part is the iliopectineal eminence. In the continuation of this eminence, superior ramus of pubic bone, then upper inner border of pubic bone and upper inner border of symphysis pubis. So here it is finished with this topic, and next we will discuss about some special features or mechanism of labor. Thank you.